We came in 1971, 72, after Vrindaban and Chandra came for Janmashtami. They were installed. Before that, I have only my letters from Kirtananda that Prabhupada wrote to Kirtananda in Harigreva. But we came in winter, and up at Vrindaban it was Mother Ladini and Mother Shamadasi and Prachinadipati. Very small band of people, but Vrindaban and Chandra were there. And Mother Ladini was their pujari, and it was very intimate. But nobody stayed. Everybody went away, and everyone was away on the road show with Kirtanananda Swami. And so it was mostly a commune with some very simple deity worship going on. When Kirtananda Swami came back from the road show and decided to make this place a temple, a real temple, and he wanted Radhavindra and Chandra to go down the hill, so Shanmukunda started added on to the Bahulaban farmhouse to build the new temple room, and Prabhupada came in 1972. The big festival, how many got initiated there? All the temples came. It was the first time I had seen a gathering of that many devotees. I didn't realize they were everywhere. But I got initiated in the temple room from Srila Prabhupada at Bahulaban. Mother Kunti was so free that there would be a big noise when she got up from her ankle bells, but then Prabhupada gave her the name Kunti and everyone just was ecstatic. That festival, after that everyone got down to the changes. People moving here, moving there, a half-soldier ashram here, Grihastha ashram there. But I think everyone knows that the spirit of Vrindaban was and always will be. It's just all about Krishna consciousness. Buildings, went out to do the LA temple and the Denver temple, then came back, did the Prasadam Hall, the new Prasada building, and Bhaktipad's cabin, and the two houses on top of the hill at Bahulaban. When the temple was at Bahulaban, that's where that whole scene was playing out. And I remember when Sri Kirti Kuladri was being trained to be Prabhupada's servant. I don't know how Sri Kirti got in there. What? I know, but I don't know how that switch up went. I only know that the deity worship was intense. Everybody was very much on it. I know that Bhakti Yoga is yoga of devotion. And it's been my really great blessing that all I ever had as a service was to serve the devotees. From the time I got here, Shamadasi and Jamini were typing Prabhupada's Bhagavatam translations. And so I got to take care of Samba for 12 hours a day from 7 in the morning till evening artik. 17-year-old girl, and Harigreva comes riding up on a horse. Who are you? It wasn't really Krishna conscious or a temple until Bhaktipad came and wanted it to change. And it did, and I don't know how to describe the faith that we all developed. The service was, who can believe what we were doing? My service at one time was to wash the clothes for the Brahmin women so that they could do artik. So I pulled up like 100 buckets out of the well all morning long, just dumping buckets of water in. What can you say about it other than that's what was going on? Vishaka, my daughter, is the first girl born at Vrindaban by that old 50 rounds program, because they, that's the first thing Kirtananda Swami said to me when he saw Kiva Jai. He said, you should have more children, which was not my interest at the time. But Vishaka was born, and I just laid down by myself in a cabin with no running water or electricity and had a baby, because Krishna was going to be there and take care of me. And he always did, time after time. He just took care of me. And Jamini and I started a nursery, not so that there would be baby singing, but that the children would have Krishna consciousness. And keeping a school going, just seeing that there was prasadam buckets always in the background, but everybody who has spent 20 years here has got to be able to say those years, it was just Krishna consciousness. I mean, the connectedness that everyone is looking for in this world. There's so many drug problems, this problem, that problem. It's because people do not feel connected. But here we all felt connected. We were all working for the same purpose. We all had the same goal. Serving Radha Damachandra. Every morning, the greeting of the deities was a festival. People took it very seriously, how well deities were taken care of. Everything was punctual. Everything was done according to the way Srila Prabhupada had requested us to do it. And the deity worship was pukka. I mean, it was good. I had a daughter who was making clothes for Radha Damachandra, seed-beaded outfits that were of a quality that were beyond. Adhara ran a sewing room that was just, where did these things come from? They only come from Krishna. They only come from Krishna. And I just wanted to say one thing, and that was, I am so grateful to Mother Sakabha and for the devotees at New Vrindavan, because Shravakunda got to come back here at the end of his life and leave his body in the temple chanting, and it was just perfection. It was just perfection to know that all the service and all the austerities, it works. If you just associate with this movement for your entire life, it'll work, it'll happen. The chanting is that powerful. Anybody can have a perfect life. Just keep at it. Just keep coming back. That's all I have to say.